Why hello there, fellow Crime Stoppers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Tavern Keeper. Episode 4, Catching an Arson with a Flagon of Fists. Alright, so about specific tasks. If you have a locker, I'll put it here, which I now do. If you go to the scheduling, we can now say, hey Victor, you're a chef, and Skyler, you're a server, and in these specific roles, when they have a uniform, they'll have a big bonus. They won't do any other work, but they'll have a huge bonus to that specific job. And they'll run over to the locker and change. And now Skyler, in her server uniform, has a large satisfaction bonus. So she gets a plus 20% to server skill, minus 20% to other skills, and 27% faster when performing server tasks. Arm, thank you for the gifted subs. And likewise, we're doing the same for Victor. Not that we have anything to cook yet, but, you know, likewise, he now has a bonus. Serve them beers, quick. All right, free beer for you, free beer for you, free beer for you, and free beer for you. All right, stocks delivered. This should be the game hens. Now that the game hens are delivered, create a meal. Grilled skewer of a farm hen. Done. And as we get a little bit more money, I can roll out more complex recipes. We're probably going to want another server already, I would say, because we're getting a lot of business. So, server number 2. There was a really good candidate here, wasn't there? Oh, they changed over. Oh no, Pearl is a really good... She's messy and a deep sleeper, but I'm going to hire her anyway, because she is super good at serving. And then, likewise, she's also going to be a dedicated server. She wants fewer work hours than the others. I'm going to try to have her work the same amount, and then if she complains, I'll change it. She'll probably complain. Alright, they're also looking to get dry. I don't have any freebie, like hearths or anything, though. So they're just gonna have to bear with it, because it's not like I can afford, like, 120 hearth at the moment. I'll buy you a beer. I'm trying to keep him happy, but my god. Yep, she got pissed and she's leaving. Thanks, Rain. Alright, we already have a tap dry. Druid's foot going in. There is a lot of people here. You can see why I spun up a lot quickly. Yeah, there really isn't a way in my price point to get them dry. Actually, that's not true. I could put a potbelly stove. And then, who's my generalist? So, Turtle doesn't need to cook either. So I'm going to take cooking out of Turtle's schedule, because we have a dedicated chef. And then where is Turtle? Turtle, I want you to maintain the potbelly stove. There we go. And now people can dry themselves up from the rain. So 2-star, I need to improve the food and drinks. Got it. In order to improve the drinks, we need to serve more tier 2 patrons. That will happen. Food, however, we need to work on. I already created this meal. Did it not go through? Okay. Who do we got now? GMT, welcome. And then Kellyanne. Come on, someone order food. Dang it. GMT was like, man, no one even ordered anything. Yeah, I know, man. I would like to move the potbelly stove kind of more in the middle of the room so it heats it more evenly, and then move the staff table here, with the locker being moved maybe there. There we go. Ooh, Skyler, what's going on with you?
You come across Skyler scribbling on a little scroll and chuckling to herself. And so he says to me, he says, "Oh!" She notices you watching and jumps, face flushing. She goes to shove the scroll in her pocket, but hesitates. "Geez, boss, you startled me. But hey, I was actually hoping I could ask you a favor. See, I always dreamed of being on stage. Do you think maybe I could perform here?"
I didn't know you played an instrument.
"Oh, no, I don't. And I don't sing or nothing like that. I just like to make people laugh, and that gave me an idea. What if I just stood on a stage and told jokes?" Her eyes sparkle, looking on a dream of stardom only she can see. Maybe funny stories or anecdotes even. All I'd need is a stool to sit on, maybe a glass of water in case my throat got dry.
Are you any good? Tell me a joke.
Coming right up, Skyler smooths out her little rumpled scroll and clears her throat. Why did the wizard quit his job editing insults? He had trouble with dispelling.
What do you think? Is that a good joke? Tell me another one.
Yeah, okay. How's this one strike you? Why don't lichens celebrate their birthdays? She points at you with both hands. They're scared of adventuring parties.
A classic. Tell me another.
Did you hear about the new barbarian apparel line? Apparently it's... She waggles her eyebrows. All the rage.
These are great. Save some for the stage.
Really? You mean it? She lets out a whoop and thrusts her fist into the air. You won't regret it, boss. I'll even put you in my act. You're gonna love it, I promise.
I approve. So we're gonna make a stage just for Skyler. That is my new goal. All right, Mr. Orc, here's a light in your kitchen with my paltry sum of money. And then, how's our stocks? Good on beer and food. Yep. Daily wages just got paid up. And we have some group confirmations. So let's see. This group? Sure. This group? No. Because I'm not going to be open at 3 in the morning. So, no. 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 Maybe at some point I'll have enough staff to stay open like 24/7. But with my 4 people, I can't swing that. It really only makes sense if we're getting a lot of night traffic, because paying employees to work at that hour doesn't make a whole lot of sense unless there's money to be made during. The dartboard kind of looks axe-shaped. Yeah, it should. They're throwing axes, halfling axes. So like half axe. And there's the subscription scroll rack. All right, here's one of the visiting groups. Drink. 2 humans, 2 halflings. Let's hope that they're happy. Oh no, 3 humans? And this was the reservation that they made. So we're gonna try to keep them way happy. Come on, Victor, get to the kitchen. Move it. Move your butt over there. He has to check the ticket. It's like, all we ever serve is grilled game hen. Or, so he's like, oh, game hen? On this one? Also game hen. Who would have guessed? I would have, because that's all we got. And all of them ordering food. And at least we'll make some money. There's another visiting group that just came in. So I have overlapping visiting groups, which is like a little dangerous if I do say so. I would very much like to get another table up in our tap room. So if I get money, I'm gonna buy a table because we have like 2 visiting groups and 1 table, and that's just not good service. So I need 20 more for that. Come on, pay your bills so I can. Ah, there we are. There we go.
With the tavern growing by the day, you're the talk of the town.
Oh boy.
Maybe patrons won't be the only thing you're attracting.
I'm buying them some free beer. Ooh, we got a gift over here. Come on, be good, be good, be good. We have got a triple shelf, a pipe bar counter, and a pipe bar corner. I am definitely going to put the pipe bar counter in, but I would need to be really here, which is exactly where this table interrupts. So I'm going to need to move some things around in order to allow for such an object to be in. Unless we angle it. Can I angle it in such a way that it won't interfere? No, that doesn't work. Yeah, we're going to need to move that table. Stocks! Might be wise for us to order more beer. Druid's Foot and Stump Pride. Go. And hopefully the visiting groups are satisfied. One is satisfied, but the others have not been served drinks. They're taking up table space, though.
Have you checked the timeline recently?
Yeah, I have. I've checked the timeline. I'm just struggling to keep up with demand here. GMT is just like, skewer, 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 skewer. It's like, damn it. Alright, so serve meals 8 to tier 1 patrons. And serve more tier 2 drinks. So we are quickly heading towards a tier 2 tavern. Things are looking good. You need another toilet. Yeah, there. I know what I did in my toilet. Everyone can see you do your business. Luckily, there's this lovely periodical that just like magically covers your personal bits. But yeah, it's a very public space for sure. Oh, we're getting close to 2-star already. I may need another server. We're getting flooded pretty hard. So, let's build one more staff room bed. I'm going to move the potbelly stove slightly farther away from that bed so that we don't cook our new hire. And ideally someone that can serve. So we have new applicants in like 2 days. Lewis would be a really good hire as a dog's body and janitor. He also has the task where, like, if he sets fires for a potbelly stove or wherever else, it has a lower chance to spark. But he's not really what we're looking for. We could go with Alexander, who's like an okay server. My only worry is he hates the dark. Let's hire him anyway. We can always fire him if it doesn't work out. All right, you, Mr. Alex, will be raffled off. And then also, I think I'm going to have him do odd jobs that are not chef work, just like Turtle, but also including serving. So he's sort of a generalist because he's good at a bunch of different things. So good luck in the raffles. And then, if he doesn't like the dark, we'll put a... let's see. We'll put a lantern in the staff room. And a lantern in the main halls. And we got a letter from Margaret Brownwood. Dearest Tavern Keeper, I live near your tavern. I do not care for the noise. You should know I was watching your tavern through my curtains. Not for any strange reason, I was just writing down the names of everyone who came or left. But that isn't what this letter is about. I saw a strange figure lurking about. Hope it wasn't an arsonist the paper mentioned. A fire would cause an awful racket. Warmest regards, Margaret Brownwood. P.S. Keep it down.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Maybe we'd better prepare for a fire.
Unlocked! Firefighting gear. 1 free build. Well, let's build it, because that seems like a threat if I've ever heard of one. So let's put the firefighting guild gear right here in the hallway, kind of in the middle of everything. And it wants me to put one more. Oh, I have 2. I'll put one over by the kitchen.
Not much else to do, but keep your eyes peeled for trouble. Might as well peel your ears too, just in case.
Here's a free beer. Chill.
Our food has earned a 1-star rating.
Nice. So we're already 1-star food. We're pushing 2-star drinks, and we already have 2-star service. This visiting group, I kind of failed at the drink satisfaction. I was really close, 74 and 78 out of 80. The other group is mostly passed. It ain't perfect, but it's decent. Our new beers should be coming in, but with the extra money that we just made, I'm gonna buy some new ones too. How's this received? Okay, just those 2. How's our hens? Let's also do some more hens. Some farm hens. There we go. Well, so far so good. We're only really ever using half the tavern. We can expand outwards from there. Come on, Lewis. Are you stuck? I right-clicked him. I think he was stuck. I would say approval rating is pretty decent. That thing is so creepy. Our chicken delivery. Hey, Jen. Thank you for the resub. And Angelia, thank you for the cheer, by the way. Why are you standing over there? I mean, they're off duty, so they could do whatever they want. Ooh, lanterns. Someone else is doing the cooking? Where are they? They really shouldn't be able to, given the scheduling and all, so whatever. Air Dog, you win again. I guess you followed us from our last, our swamp to be hired here as like a different species. You're not an elf anymore, but yeah, whatever. Alright, I think at this point it would be wise for me to expand the kitchen offerings. So I'm going to start offering soup. So I'm going to move the firefighting equipment to the stockroom for now and put the soup pot in there. Firefighting equipment will go in the corner over here. That'll work. I also wanted to move this a little bit so I could add another tap. So over to the tap room, we have a free pipe-style bar counter that we can put in there. Or not another tap, another counter, rather. Then move this back where it doesn't get blocked by stuff. Also, these guys are definitely stuck. It's like, 3 in the morning. Yeah, leave, please. He's like, I like how he got up and, like, checked his watch. He's like, oh, crap. You can't move, can you? Oh, no, you can move. Well, get. Alright, then we're gonna want to order stuff that we can serve in the soup pot. So taking a look at the local markets here. Mutton for 1 and 2 stars is good. So we'll order mutton, 2 of them. We'll order carrots, 1 of them, I guess, because I'm out of money. So let's do 1 mutton, 1 carrot for now. And then 1 breakfast roll. Purchase order. There goes all my monies.
Oh dear, the coffers are empty.
I know. And another storybook. The tap wants to talk to me. You know, totally normal.
A staffer scurries up to you with a fearful expression on their face. I went to use the loo and saw a weirdo in a cloak sneaking around with some kind of fat lizard. You nod and creep into the tap room. You see a figure holding a bright red lizard stiffly at arm's length. They squeeze it and it releases a gurgling squeak. A jet of fire streaks from its mouth, splashing flames everywhere.
Hey, stop squeezing that lizard!
The intruder, startled, turns to face you. You see they're wearing heavy elbow-length gloves like a blacksmith's. They scamper toward the bar, brandishing the salamander. Liquid fire drips from the creature's mouth, spattering on the taproom floor. Behind them, the burning furniture blazes higher. You need to do something.
So, a 2/3 chance at wits, 2/3 chance at dex. You guys pick dex? Throw something at the cloaked figure's head.
You heft a tankard and whip it at the arsonist's face with all your strength.
Woohoo!
The tankard bounces off the trespasser's face with the resounding clonk of wood on wood, which seems incorrect. It does slow the arsonist's rampage for a moment, at least. The arsonist grunts in frustration, looking at the few small fires in the tavern. They begin backing toward the front door, holding the salamander between you. You step forward, crowding them. A mop and bucket catch your eye. The arsonist notices your glance and snorts. You think a bucket will help? A wooden bucket? You're playing right into the fire's hands.
You guys want me to try to catch the intruder rather than put out the fire? Okay.
You chase after the arsonist, letting the fire burn. With a leaping tackle, you successfully take the intruder to the ground. The face that stares up at you is a mask of bark-like skin. It twists in bafflement. What is your problem? You drag them outside and dump them on the ground. They scuttle under a giant leaf. You turn back to the tap room and see the flames beginning to rise again. Reluctantly, you release your grip on the arsonist, warn them to stay put, and turn to save your tavern.
We need to get this fire under control. Fast!
All right. Fires can be fought by staff if they have access to a fire extinguisher. If the fire is left burning for too long, and you haven't summoned them yourself, the fire brigade will be dispatched. All right. Turtle, you're fast. I want you... Where is the fire? I want you to fight the fire. Who else is fast? Orc, you fight the fire too.
I think our well is a reverse wishing well. I told it things I didn't want and it shot gold out.
Can I get some gold from the well? All right, so Turtle, being the fast one in the group. No, where are you going? Turtle, the toilet's on fire. Oh, I guess everything's on fire? I mean, you guys low-key did decide to try to catch the culprit rather than put the fires out. Not my toilet. Yeah, I guess the crapper isn't full anymore. Not all of us. Yeah, fair. Some of you may not have voted for this. All right, we're putting the fires out. Sort of. Turtle is struggling. She's... Here, let's show the walls, because this is kind of funny. She's trying to put out... Oh, she did it!
Takes care of the fires. Now we just need to clean up the mess.
All right, we have got the... Everything can be repaired. Good. So nothing got destroyed beyond repair.
But what of the arsonist? That's a loose thread that needs tying up. A nearby staffer mops soot from their face and nods to you. The fires are out. Now it's just a matter of cleanup. You need to find that arsonist. Hopefully they're still where you left them. Outside, you find them huddled under a giant leaf. A dryad with skin like bark and glowing green eyes. But why was a tree person setting fires? They glare at you. Here to apologize. It's the least you should do for interfering with a controlled burn.
Wait, a controlled burn?
Of course. That's my job. Wildfires can grow out of control when kindling builds up around the tree trunks. Small fires burn the dead wood and prevent big fires later. This area is long overdue. They gesture to the tavern and surrounding houses, nestled into the roots of the giant trees.
Look at all the dry wood piled up.
Those aren't piles of wood. Those are homes.
The Dryad's brow furrows as it looks around.
That can't be. Homes in tree corpses?
It shudders, the sound like dry branches in a breeze.
I thought it odd enough that the wood of dead trees had been cut into little bits, but to stick it back together the wrong way and live inside? That's disgusting.
But it's giving dead wood a new life and purpose.
There's a certain beauty to that, if I don't think about the gruesome details.
The Dryad considers you, mulling it over.
I suppose you're no worse than fungus, making its home on a dead log. Harmless, but unpleasant.
And that's part of the natural order, right? Oh, no, actually, more like beavers or woodpeckers. Hungry ones. I don't know. You guys can't
The
decide.
Dryad's face goes pale as birch.
I'm sorry. What? And I've stumbled right into the center of their den? Hive?
They're so still they could be mistaken for a tree, if not for their wide eyes.
I see now why you were so determined to stop me. Thank you for the warning. I'll leave this charnel house for good.
There you have it. They were burning our house down thinking it was just a dead tree that needed, burning. All right. We got stuff for a soup pot. So let's create a meal. Oh, actually, no, not yet. I am going to... No, go away. Stop. I can't do the thing I need to do with this in the way. God, okay, fine. I'm going to order fresh water to be stocked. And then I'm going to go to the storeroom, go to the larder shelf, and here I'm going to reserve for fresh water. For soup. Also, can y'all repair the things that broke? And here's the other deliveries. Good. Plenty of booze.
I hope you get to see the Tavern Keeper's Guild head.
Alright, we have some groups. This is a big group. Sure. Sure.
Quarters one day. You wouldn't believe your eyes.
So, ordering water, the cook will go out and fetch fresh water from the well, crafting it and making it ready to use. Oh, so we got a letter. Dear Tavern Keeper, word has been going around that the arsonist did a little damage to your tavern. The community wants to help you rebuild, even those of us who weren't completely sold on you moving in at first. You can expect your tips to be a bit heftier the next few days, and we want to send a note to make sure you knew that it was because we appreciate you. Take care, neighbor, a friend. Seriously, though, keep it down. Well, all right, Brownwood, you got it. I'll keep it down.
Isn't that sweet? I've always said Halflington is a lovely place to recover from a traumatizing disaster.
All right, let's make our first stew. So this will be a main of stew. The water will be fresh water. The chunks will be mutton. And the vegetables will be golden heart carrots. I am going to lower the price of the stew so that it is more likely to gain approval. Let's see, 79, 76. 85, 79. And this, I'll just call it mutton carrot stew. Okay, create. It's not available yet, and in order to make it available, we go to the stew pot and we serve the mutton carrot stew. And we'll craft it in bulk, and then we can serve it out of the pot. Alright, let's get... why are you asleep? Oh, because you were fighting fires all night long. Yeah, I get it. Well, there's a lot of meal tickets. Schedule. Hey, Alexander. You are... Or, sorry, not Alexander. Airdog. You're our chef for right now. Get chefing. Because GMT had a long night of fighting fires. Oh, also, I need to grab a meat hook and put the meat hook in here because we needed somewhere to store mutton in the future. Now, we do have some impatience climbing, and that's just because we were understaffed for a bit. GMT's back up, and once GMT looks like he's... Oh, don't do that. Once it looks like GMT is ready to... start taking over chef work, I'll have Alex, or rather, Airdog help out again. What are all these guys waiting on? Food? Oh, they're all waiting on food. All right, schedule. Airdog, you are going to be a generalist that does everything but cook. And GMT, I want you preparing food. Ooh, we're a star and a half now. Unlocking some stuff for accommodations, which will be on... that comes later on. Oh boy. This was a rough night. I mean, we were just recovering from an arson attack from a dumb dryad, so yeah, these things happen.
Our drinks have earned a 2-star rating.
Nice! That's the maximum star rating for this scenario, so all we need to do is to catch up on our food star rating, and 2 main meals on our tavern menu and 1 side dish on our tavern menu is required. So, our dishes... Our mains is the grilled skewer and mutton carrot stew. And then the sides is the breakfast rolls that we had. Which I'll lower the price a little bit. I'm going to adjust it. There we go. Thank you for tuning in to Tavern Keeper, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming stream. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Tavern Keepers.